This is pretty exciting, and it is also something really relevant to your wool shed practices about cutouts, how you are efficient and ready for that. But look, the team have started. I wonder if we can get down to the boards and see what it is.
Okay, let's go back to the stadium. We're going down onto the stage now with Noise Productions as we get underway with the North Island Woolhandling Circuit. Honeybees are the sponsors of this, and you'll see some adverts come up on the screen on the honey collection, and that's the local people, Maury and her family, and they've got their behind it, and they're sponsoring of this. I think the shearers have stepped up a tempo again, Mavis.
They have to. They know the rules, and again, you just can't give these guys enough credit. They are skilled professionals at their game, where they can work with those lower grades, but then really step it up with these high-performing wool handlers. So here we have Kieran Herbert. Kieran's been a past world champion. She is she's tough and she's blinking dedicated. This one, she don't get in her way is the kind of feeling you get with Kieran. Great throw, bit bunched at the top end. You can see Marianne Beatty, great throw. Is that Carmen Smith?
Smith.
That's not bad.
Down
Cherie looking damn good too. Bit of overhang, but on the whole, 3 very good throws.
These are North Island's top 4 wool handlers, folks, and they're just going to do the battle out now. The first prize in this Honeybees is $800. They're handling 6 fleeces, or is it 8 fleeces?
They're
6
handling
fleeces.
3 and 2.
3 and 2, so that's a very good payday for whoever comes out on top. But we've got Karen Herbert here. She knows she's a masterful wool handler. Look at it. The other ones, the juniors, they use their pedals. Karen used their hands, mate.
More control.
Was she putting herself at risk there?
No, she knows exactly where that shear is. She knows where his handpiece is. She knows where she can be and can't be. So there she is, dispatching of her very first fleece, going back to the table. Awesome work, Kieran. Get out of the road, Mr. Judge. Back to the board she goes.
Nothing left for the judge. He's probably shaking his head. I can't get any points of Kieran Herbert. So he's looking harder, but that's the way they are. They're not points makers, they're points takers. Down the last side as the shearers work away. And who's this? I think this wool handler, Marianne Beatty. You're going to get stuck with a fleece, Marianne Beatty. She's behind Mavis.
She's not behind, but she better shake a leg, all right. Come on, Marianne. She knows better. She's been a world competitor. She's just come out of the World Championships. That's a pretty big bulky fleece, and you can see that she didn't have the time to properly set it to sit evenly on the table. But that's okay. She's got time, a lot of time yet to make those points up.
Well, Gibbs Honeybees are the sponsors, and let's see how we're going now. We're going to go to table 4. Table 4, that's a local lady. There she is there.
So this is Carmen.
Smith. This is a wool handler, this is a shearer, this is a press person as well. And she's done well. She's been there a little while now, though, hasn't she?
She has, but she's another one of these all-rounders. She was, she came second in the women's pressing last night, and believe me, that pressing is something that sucks the energy right out of you. So she's done extraordinarily well to get into that pressing final, and now into this final as well. Well done, Carmen.
Did you see how she rolled it? Wasn't she supposed to roll the neck to the bridge, or what do you call it?
Yes.
Tell us how she rolled. She made a mistake there, didn't she?
She possibly, and again, it's where the judge is standing to cite it, but to roll a fleece, you have to start from the breech end, which is the bum end, and you have to roll, and the neck end has to be tucked in.
And that didn't happen there, did it?
It didn't.
No, it didn't.
Okay, you saw it. Good,
Yeah.
good. Not going to argue with you, Cordell. There it goes. Here's her next throw.
Wow, that's a fantastic throw. Okay, there's the guys in the stadiums are counting down. They've got 15 seconds to count down, so they've got to move the wall out of the way, and we call it cross-contamination, multitasking coming to the fore now, mate.
Yep, so one of the biggest sins, I guess, in the wool shed with wool is when you contaminate breeds or length. So what we've got here on these tables are full wool. See the way Carmen has switched her table. She's made it go long way, so that's given her a little bit more room at the front. Cherie hasn't yet got there.
Acid on them, Mavis. Look at this. Has she done the right thing? Because that cost her time while she was moving that table around. Oh no, Kieran Herbert's done the same thing as well.
Yep. These girls have been thinking about that. You see now, Cherie has now moved her table rather than length, crossways. She's just pushed it back to the corner. So this is a second shear. This would be 6-7 month wool, and that's coming from Ngā Tahuna Station. Thank you very much for that. But look, these fleeces again, this is when a wool handler has to be right on top of the shearer. You've got to be keeping up right with them, otherwise you run risk of missing out. But these ladies have got some work to do. They've got to clean up that full wool. We can see 2 have got their fleeces gone, 2 have still got fleeces on the table. That's going to make it hard for them.
Wow, don't they look fantastic in their Golden Shears black singlets, the Golden Shears blades on the back, and the Honeybees are the sponsor here in the Masterton's War Memorial Stadium, and the first, second shear fleeces going out. The cameramans are right there, right up in their face. They're singeing the eyebrows of the wool handler as she works across. Beautiful finish there. Look at this Cherie Alabaster. This lady is a school teacher. She could even be a school principal, mate.
She is. She's a school teacher, has been for a little while. But this is something that Cherie has grown up with. Her dad was a fantastic master shearer, and this stuff just gets in your blood. So she will always have wool shed in her blood, no matter what she's doing.
She's got grease running through her veins, so you're trying to tell us. Well, she works across. There's one more of these second shear, and just looking at it, what we can see here on the shots here, she's in charge here this afternoon.
She is. She's got it sorted. Look at the way her baskets are stacked.
Yes, I can see that.
Yep, so on the bottom basket will be her full wool lines, and she's put a basket on top of those so that in her mind her work plan is still the same. Bellies, full wool, and then the bellies on top for the second shear. That's what you call real planning, thoughtful thinking in terms of what your workplace is. Awesome, Cherie.
Looking along there, we've got some beautiful shots there coming up. The one that's the untidiest one is uncharacteristically is table number 1, Kieran Herbert.
Yeah, it just looks a little bit disorganised, but let's not pre-think that too hard. She'll have a plan in her head. She knows what she's doing.
The underdog obviously is Carmen Smith.
Yes.
Well, I have to tell you, Carmen Smith looks like the one that's doing the business from here. Her tables are clean. She's
ready to clean up.
And when it comes to the final swan song, I think this lady is only 2 or 3 seconds away.
It's not far.
Marianne Beatty's just starting to get herself into gear, but here comes Kieran Herbert under the floor.
Yeah.
It's all planned, isn't it?
Look, and now Carmen's starting to muck around a bit, but what she's doing is actually preparing for the cleanup. They're on their last sheet for the second shear, and then once they've done that, then it's just the blend. She doesn't want to have to go back to the end of the table at all.
All right, the third and final second shear, the shearers are shearing together beautifully, synchronized shearing, I suppose what we could call it. We're getting ready to go on to the long blow, and now they're reaching across, because they're on that first front leg where the shearer's just finished before he starts the long blow. There's a lot of unusual bits of wool that's got to come out. How the heck do they get it?
Yeah, look, and that's why I say they've got to be right on top of it.
Oh, there she is. She's just turned it over.
That's right.
Kieran Herbert's just turned it over.
She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. So it is about trying to stay right close to that shearer so that you're only half a kind of a handful away from where he is.
Well, look at the beautiful shots of the ornaments there. She's got full wool and second shear there, and look what's got to go back to the judges out the back. Now
Here they are.
What do we call that stuff? What are they doing?
This is a blend, and this is to ensure that you get a real mix of all of those 3 fleeces in one line. Fantastic job. It's an important part. Yes. Cherie's not mucking around.
We did say that, didn't we? But I thought Carmen Smith would be
There
second
she
in
is.
command, but she's not. She mucked around a bit. And Marianne Beatty, a little bit of quality work. Well, once she puts her hand up, she's done it. Let's scrutinise the finished product, Maeve. Let's look at the shearing board.
Yeah, well, I think the first thing is, you've got some experienced people up there. Carmen probably the least experienced. But what I think is really obvious is they had a plan. They knew what they had to do. Marianne seemed to lose her way a little bit, but no, all in all, I think their cleanups, from that other view looked kind of average, really.
Okay, well, I think the stadium guys are talking to the competitors down there. We'll shoot down to the stage.
I hope I did well.
Well, I tell you what, you looked really good up there. Congratulations. That's Carmen Smith, ladies and gentlemen. She's up here. First time against these big guns, and she looked right at home. Well done, wool handlers. We've got Miles up.
Mavis, that was fantastic. The Honeybees sponsored North Island Woolhandling Championship final. No Joel Henare.
No, and perhaps that may have been quite deliberate for Joel as he prepared for the World Championships. If you think about it, this is a whole season. This is the culmination of a season. Perhaps his focus was more on ensuring that he got that qualification for Worlds. I don't know. I'm just assuming.
Maybe he's put a South Island, he's domiciled there now. He's married a beautiful family down there, so maybe he's pushing the South Island flag, and that's all very well to him. But just looking back at the stage, and we missed the conversation with Tuma and did he talk to Carmen? And that's probably a good person to call on too, because Carmen, I don't know if she's been in this North Island Woolhandling circuit before.
No, I'm not sure whether she has or not, but she's always been one who's been knocking at the door. She's never been too far away, and to her credit, she's just hung in there. She's not given up.
So the prizes for that event, the sheep were supplied by Cross Keys, the full wools, and Ngā Tahuna, the second shear. What was the prizes involved?
Yeah, this is a handy event to win. So $800 for first in this one, and $400, $300, $200. But the thing about the North Island circuit is often when you're looking for qualifiers for Worlds, they will often consider taking those people from the North Island circuit and the South Island. So there are often also opportunities to represent New Zealand or the North Island. They have a North-South challenge. So it's all about the development of these wool handlers, lifting.
Thanks, Mavis, and we've enjoyed your expert commentary. We got another event coming up, and it's called the Wairarapa Moana Māori Pākehā event. We're going to cross live back to the stadium, and that'll give us, I would like to